Yeah, I'll just do that with, I'm over here eating Pez. So that tells you about my type of budget,
All that talk about eating healthier, and you're knocking back Pez.
Hey,
wow.
there's not that many calories in Pez.
That's
You'd
true.
be surprised. So
That's true.
Yeah, one serving, 35 calories. All right, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, it is.
I guess these next two can kind of go hand in hand, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, Nintendo has unveiled its long-rumored upgrade to the Switch with a new model featuring a larger, better screen. The Switch OLED model's main feature is its OLED screen, a technology which offers deeper blacks and better colors than most LCD screens, like those on the original Switch. It will launch on October 8th, costing $50 more than the current model. But the new revision does not feature some of the rumored improvements fans may have expected. Okay. I just have to say something about this. I thought there was more to read, but there's not. Actually, we need to read the second one first.
Okay.
Steam Deck, go.
All right, Steam Deck. December 2021 release has been announced. A portable PC and potential Switch competitor. We put that in there, but it's like, we'll get into it. About around $400.
Yeah, for 64 gigabytes.
64 gig, yeah. That's another little sticking point that we can get into when we're comparing the two.
Let's break this whole mess down, okay?
Okay.
And in true Wannabe fashion, we're tackling this subject 2 weeks late. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? While you all were saying your dumb arguments about whatever for the past couple weeks, we've been thinking about this argument, all right? I've been thinking about it. Oh, in all honesty, though, my opinion hasn't changed from the first day that I learned about the Steam Deck and the stuff that people were saying on the internet. Let's just tackle the first thing.
Let's direct competitor. Let's take that on.
Never gonna happen.
No.
Never happened.
No. That's the thing. Nintendo knows what it is, and Nintendo is doing the Nintendo thing. Steam Deck. If I'm looking at the two, I see a world where they both coexist, and they do each of their things well. My problem with the Steam Deck comes from the size. I mean, if I want to have a decent library of games that I can carry around somewhere, I got to shell out over $600, and that's steep for mobile gaming, in my opinion.
I mean, like, in the next few years, arguably Game Pass will be in a much better place. In the next 3-4 years. What then? Steam Deck's going to be a joke, probably, because everyone will have 5G. And I like my iPad and phone run games 10 times better than my Switch does. Who knows what type of games will be available through that type of deal. Like I was running. Now, granted, there was a lag. I mean, I was running Halo on my iPad, and it was like full resolution, like beautiful, but they haven't quite figured out the lag yet, It's never going to happen. Steam Deck is never going to be a threat to a threat to Nintendo. It's never happening.
Yeah.
And I'll present a couple arguments as to why. Number one, Steam Deck's lowest model is how much, Ethan? How much does it cost?
$400.
Its lowest.
That's entry level.
Its entry level console is still more expensive than Nintendo's most expensive model. The ease of access, people are going to be like, now, wait a minute. The people that are going to look, I don't mean to typecast anyone or put anyone in like a specific group, but the people that are going to buy a handheld, the vast majority of them want to play Switch games. They want to play Mario with their family, Mario Party. There's a reason Nintendo doesn't make these games because they don't make money unless it's Metroid, which everyone's shocked that we're getting a new Metroid. But Nintendo makes games that make money because Nintendo fans love Nintendo games, and it draws in huge audiences. The top five consoles of all time, most of them are Nintendo. I think it's like the Wii, the DS. Like, there's several that are in the top 5 from Nintendo. So, just kind of on what you said, Nintendo knows what it's doing. So I think that covers that. Are they going to be competitors? It's never going to happen. No. This is a niche product that is probably great. It's probably awesome. But for me, I'm like, why do I don't need this, you know? Like,
Well, what actually excites me about the Nintendo is the OLED screen.
dude,
Because that thing, I mean, well, we're just talking. See, what's the big electronic show that happens in February? See something. Anyway, I remember talking about OLED screens coming out for consumer purchase later that year, like in 2013. And they were thousands upon thousands of dollars at the time to get a big screen OLED. Now we're seeing them in handheld electronics, mobile gaming, and now OLED is coming to this technology. That's exciting because the things they're going to be able to do with that, maybe not necessarily with Nintendo's version, but as we see it being rolled out in other decks going forward, that's cool. But, you know, Nintendo's going to benefit from it right now. And I can see that being a draw for some people that want good technology.
well, and, you know, there's multiple arguments here, you know, about like, oh, this is the upgrade we wanted. Here's the thing. The Switch Pro is never going to happen, probably. Like, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if we ever get a performance upgrade of any kind, you know, power-wise for Nintendo. I just don't see it happening. First of all, there's no reason to, and that's the biggest reason, is Nintendo's like, do we have to do this? No? Okay. Yeah, we're not going to do that. That's Nintendo's MO, literally. They made the same they took the same console and added minute details and upgrades, you know, with the DS, DSi, you know, all this stuff, like for three or four generations, and they made bank off of it. You really think they're going to give you your Switch Pro? It ain't happening. Sorry. And I can tell you right now, the OLED, I'll definitely be getting one at some point. I tossed around pre-ordering one or not, but because I painted my Switch and then the paint kind of wore off, so like I've been putting decals around it to kind of like cover it up, and it's like it's getting kind of ratty. But I think I'm gonna tough it out and keep using it instead of buying a new one. But I know it's gonna be gorgeous because the Vita has an OLED screen. And the Vita basically looks like a portable PS3. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So I am excited to get one eventually, but yeah, I mean, boo frickety who. I'm not too upset about the performance upgrade. It's never going to happen.
Yeah. But as far as the environment that Steam Deck's going to come out in with the OLED Nintendo screen out there, they're not doing the same thing. And so, yeah, all of these comparisons to, what kind of rivalry is going to happen here? They're doing two separate things.
Yeah. What's going to happen? There's going to be people there's literally going to be people out there that just buy the Steam Deck just to have it. First of all, a big group of people that already have a PC and already have a Switch. They just want to have it. Like that's going to be a thing. But I will guarantee, I would almost bet you money that 9 times out of 10, whenever it comes down to someone picking a Switch over a Steam Deck, they're going to pick the Switch. Because your average consumer, they're going to look at a dollar sign and think like, oh, this one's $50 cheaper and it has how many games on it? Like, they're not going to care. They don't care about that.
The only way I can see like somebody being really married to the Steam Deck is they have a PC game system at home. Yes. And they are hardcore. They have their games and they like perusing what's out there and trying new things. And they've got a big library. So I can see those people spending the extra cash to have the 512? I think it's 512 gig.
Yeah.
The high-end version of it.
Right. The extensuation, basically. Yeah.
Because when they leave the house, they're still thinking games and they want to have something with them. Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely see. But that's niche. In my opinion, that's niche. A very small number. Like for myself, I have a nice gaming PC. I love gaming on it when I'm in the mood. When I leave the house, though, I'm not thinking about games. So this really doesn't appeal to me that much.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you for sure. Is there anything else you want to? I think we covered that subject pretty well.
Yeah, not on that one.
Well, whatever possessed you to check out any of the content that you saw today, I just want to say thank you so much for doing so. If you check the description down below, you'll see that there's a variety of different projects that I'm associated with. This is Wannabe Critic Productions after all. So I just wanted to say, if you enjoyed what you saw today, consider giving some of those other projects a chance as well. There's a lot of stuff that I'm a part of that that I do. If you were here for me or for someone else that you saw today, again, just thank you for checking it out, and I hope to see you again. But until next time, I'm Gabriel Fast, and I'll always be the Wannabe Critic.